November 12th. Came outside to see if any UFOs are still flying around. There's one here with a flash for us. Probably get shy and disappear. Do its usual little dance.
The UFOs persist. We are November 12th, close to approaching 10 o'clock at night. 3 beautiful days coming. Hopefully no rain. We'll be able to get some more.
There's one rising up. Nice big bright one. It's late too. It's almost 10.
So we will see if these lights will persist. We're going to head on over to the moon research. The surface is what most people have a hard time, what everyone has a hard time understanding, even me at times. But once you understand the surface of the moon, it's a lot easier understanding what we're looking at. Hi, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming by the channel. What was that? We'll see it again in a second. So this is Eratosthenes crater. We have a mysterious smoke on the surface that's hiding the objects that are flying around. Whether it be an atmosphere, whether it be because of the war going on up there, or industries, chemicals, silly comments like swamp gas. What do you want it to be? Not only is it not the sun, you can see the movement inside of those hazes, and it's the refraction all around those hazes that quite simply is making it very hard for people to see the surface. I've analyzed each and every one of the lights, and trust me, it takes a hell of a long time to be able to get close and to get a clear view of the surface and to find a proper technique in doing so, like I have done. So these lights are not just spontaneous lights that are flashing. Some of them are moving around, and they're moving along lines of smoke. I've showed UFOs on the moon applying smoke, right, beside Clavius crater. I'm not going to show that again and get people mad, but it's true. It's happening. It's still happening. It's happening all the time, and it's happening on Earth's side. So you could quite clearly see the movement. And now Elon Musk just was interviewed and says it must be quite subtle if the UFOs or aliens are out there. Subtle, you say? Well, here's something subtle, but not enough people are interested in it. What are you looking at? I don't know. It's a light on the surface that appears. Here's one extraordinary light appearing on the surface, thus obviously proving it's not the sun, right? And you can see that there's some type of energy being produced, and then in slow motion, boom. Those are the UFOs, my friends. They're leaving and lifting up off of the surface, and they're leaving puffs of smoke that I'm actually able to capture as they are lifting and leaving the surface. Quite a few times that I was able to show that there was a cloud cover on the moon. And also at the same time, like in this footage, you could see that the pieces inside of the crater are also shown extremely close. It's an exquisite view of the surface and of Eratosthenes crater. Highest point of elevation on the moon is at the end of the Apennine Mountains, and that's the crater that is sitting there at the end. And that crater's not on the dark side. It's a crater that you all have access to with your telescopes, and I was able to show that there is a dense, thick smoke right across the entire moon, and we can see them. Not them, sorry. You can see the clouds or smoke cover as it's billowing over top of the edge and ramparts of the supposed craters, which looked like it was just, they were all literally just carpet bombed from over top. But Bruce, if you're seeing that, you'd need to be seeing structures. You'd need to be seeing other lights flying around. I do. And here's the concerning part, and I know this is why they're hiding me. Now watch this light on the surface under the haze. Other lights appear. Whoop, light lit up, but it's going to change directions. Whoop, facing up to a higher angle. What do you think of that? Well, we're going to look at it several times and have some other footage even closer. Watch carefully. The light's going to change directions, illuminate, then change directions. Watch, watch, watch. There it is. And then look way at the end, aligned with where it's pointing. Whoop, a light just appeared. I'm not stupid. I'm able to see these. Are they hard to show? Are they hard to see? Of course. Of course they are. But it's there's nothing here that's not understandable of what I'm showing. There's that light again as the light lines up, and you can see a black dot with a propulsion system at the end of it. This light that comes down to the surface and interacts with the surface literally looks like this UFO is being shot upon. That's a fact. I'm not doing any manipulation. Watch this. Something dropped from one of those UFOs. This is real footage that I have of the moon. An explosion, a bomb. Watch. It's going to ignite the surface. There it is, dropped, and boom. We could look at it converted. We can look at it 100,000 ways, and you could clearly see this out-of-control spiraling object who, there we go, just caught on fire and blew up on the surface of the moon. Bianchini crater just off to the right of it. We have a 43-kilometer bridge-like object and a square, what looks like a square supposed crater with other square structures around it. What's in there? A missile? That's the surface of the moon. The little smaller structures in the center where I show the blue arrow there, even though they're hard to see, we can't distinguish what those objects are at all. But we can tell that they're not pixelation. And we can tell that they're absolutely over the entire surface. Back to the UFO. The UFO with, and this is another instance, of course, 3 projectiles or what? Like, what are they? And I'll advance the footage, slow motion, as close as I can show it to you inside of my footage. Let the trolls cry here, and you can see that this UFO is either shooting or being shot at. There's explosions, there's smoke. These objects are breaking up into pieces and flying down into the atmosphere. When I say flying down to the atmosphere, you can see them descending, literally descending towards the surface as they go down inside of those hazes. Pretty exceptional. And that's the center of the inside of Eratosthenes, a crater. So look it up yourself, and you will see right away that I am getting a very clear shot of the surface, precise and very close, by the way. So these objects that are flying around in the atmosphere, who or what are they? I'll tell you what, aliens are supposed to be advanced and not using propulsion systems like gas and fuel, while these beings are, whoever they are, or whatever these things are. You can say it's drones if you want. Someone has to fuel those drones up, right? Who's flying those objects around is obviously, someone inside of those objects. Are they craft or not? I could see them appearing amongst the smoke. And you could see if a human lands on the moon, they're going to have to encounter these objects floating and sitting right there. Green patches all around most of the craters. You could see there, in slow motion with my finger going to the bright rampart part of these craters. And you can see how close I am to the crater. Look at the patches. It's green patchiness. Whatever it is, it's patchy. Bianchini crater structures. Just off to the right of it, Bianchini City. I've showed you how many times there's the beginning of that bridge here. You could literally see a design cut out of the surface as these massive platform-like structures over to the right. And what else? All those little objects that we can't clarify what they are or distinguish what they are, but really are there. Let's go, folks. If we get to 100,000 this week, I'll go and get that infrared drone. And my pilot license. I'll be talking to you all about that. So what are these? Beautiful lights on the surface. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like they're all simultaneously following each other erratically from left to right, like they're following a gravity wave. What could that be? So they all say, lots of people say, do you have anything new? Yeah, look. Found this object 3 weeks ago, and it's like, who cares, right? Like, people are like, his work's like 11,000 years old. No, it's a UFO on the surface, in the moon, moving around in the atmosphere. And that, my friends, is what the American government is hiding from you. A lot of names missing on this video, but Paul Sabo and Pat Crossar, thanks for gifting out the memberships to help this channel grow.
Aliens on the moon. When are they gonna tell the world? Come on, Pentagon. Aliens on the moon. Aliens on the moon. And they're mining really up there. And they're mining on the moon. Aliens on the moon.
Thank you very much for the support to this channel. Everyone, thanks for the generous contributions and thanks for watching the videos.
Aliens up there on the moon. They may be even coming right here soon. Aliens are mining on the moon. Yes, they are up there. Doesn't matter cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming soon.